Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host Brian, and today I'm talking Summer House. This is season 8, part 1 of the reunion, part 1 of 2. Hey guys, this I thought this delivered. I thought this was a really good first part of the reunion. Lots of yelling, lots of people get mad at each other. Um, Before we start running into things, just a couple of things early. Kyle says that he's a man of his word. He did say on Watch What Happens Live that he will cut the mullet off. He is going to do it. I'm assuming that will be maybe at the end of next week, the end of part 2. I don't want to waste more than 2 minutes on it. Honestly, there's too much stuff going on to really give that anything more than 2 minutes, in my opinion. Wes, I think, says to Amanda, oh, we'll be here for an hour. Clearly, he has no clue. They're going to be there for a little bit. All right, so there's a couple things. Before I start, I just want to say I absolutely hate Carl and Lindsay. They just listening to them bicker in before that first commercial hit. I think it was at like the 10-minute mark. Was brutal. Like it just was brutal. And I was like, man, is this how it's going to be the entire time and next week? And I'm fine with them fighting. I just felt like they're just going to talk over each other. Both of them need to take accountability for things that they're not. It's rough. It's really rough. And I mean, I felt like the rest of the cast are they're yelling, and the rest of the cast are just kind of like a lot of people are just exchanging glances. It was really funny. Um, I would say it was a disaster. That's what I wrote down. So the first thing that really comes up that Carl's complaining about how he paid like 90K for the rent. I think it was 90K. I don't think he said 90K, maybe 125. I don't even remember what the dollar amount was, but he's complaining about that. Says that he like paying all the money for the wedding cancellation. She's like, well, you canceled it. You should pay for it. And he was just like, you're right. Andy kind of kept throwing in a couple jabs. Like, it's really good that you guys are not together because just the way they just talk to each other, their communication is terrible. It is terrible. And if they ever show, like, they should show this clips of them talking in like couples counseling because it's so bad. I don't know what they thought that they would be, how they thought that they should be together or it would work. I don't. I don't know. They did waste a little bit of time, which I kind of was annoyed at the Kyle being a flower boy situation. So apparently, Lindsay says she has no say in Carl choosing his groom's party. She did come up with the idea of Kyle, Luke, and Andrea being the flower boys, but I don't know. I thought that was a reach where like Andy's like, "Oh, so you did have say," and I don't think so. Andrea was going to be the first alternate if a groomsman came, like I guess had to come out or couldn't make it, but she just was saying that Carl was lying in the confessional. He kept saying, "Well, that's how I felt. I felt." And it's just like it's so much he say she say. What I mean, I probably had to lean a little bit towards Lindsay on this one because if she's, I mean, we have no proof that. Again, I don't trust either. I don't trust either of these people. I don't trust either of them at all. So, based off of just what we've seen and what she's saying and how Carl really, he kind of like didn't really say like you did say that, which makes me think that he was exaggerating a little bit. I'm gonna have to give her the point here, but I don't know. And then like Kyle's like, so you like he's kind of annoying Lindsay, like, so he's like, oh, so you didn't call the paparazzi to come to their house, and apparently she did that before at a restaurant. I also have written down here, Gabby is Lindsay's echo. She was so annoying this entire. All she did was repeat. She was like a parrot to anything Lindsay said, and I found it funny that just like I don't know. I don't know if it'll age well. I mean, I feel like she took over Danielle's role. I feel like that was Danielle's role for a while, just being the mouth of Lindsay for these points, and it's just like I don't know. I thought it was ridiculous. The paparazzi thing. I again, we'll never know unless somebody admits it. We'll never know. And this kind of moves into Paige saying that Lindsay and Gabby tried to sabotage her photo shoot. She said she heard it from Carl. I was on the hashtag the entire time. I didn't know about this. I don't live on the Bravo news cycle, but uh, it sounds like Carl was lying or like using this to maybe pull. Paige to his side. But then it quickly turns into Danielle, Paige versus Danielle, and I thought Danielle got dunked on in this. I know some people don't like Paige. I like Paige. I do. I don't really, because I'm not a Lindsay person at all. I find Lindsay to be despicable, and same with Carl. Like it's a lot of people on this cast that are terrible. But yeah, I'm on Lindsay on this one. I think that just the whole just it took her forever to just admit that she said the article and things like that, and like she was like, oh, your confessionals are you think they're so funny, but they're really damaging. It's like, Danielle, you stink. Uh Andy brings up the CEO comment when she was talking to when she said this to Paige when Paige was trying to talk to her about her making Gabby upset. Yeah, she looks like a doof. Honestly, she just looks so stupid. I, I don't know how anyone. Well, she might be one of the worst. I mean, man, Lindsay and Carl are both pretty awful too. So bad, just bad all around. Um, so I don't know. I know a lot of people are probably going to be like anti-Paige and that she only brings up these things at reunions, but I don't know. Maybe she brings up the reunions, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch for me. I like seeing like some of these people get called out, especially people I don't really like, which I don't like Danielle, don't like Lindsay, don't like Carl. So I enjoy these people getting called out. Then the other big topic, and I hope this is done after this one. I don't think we need to go into it in part two, but it's Wes and Sierra. And man, I'm gonna say this. Wes is a dumbass. He is so stupid. I don't know what he was thinking because this as a guy, I can say this. That dude's not good looking at all. He is not a good looking dude. He looks like a foot. Like Sarah is good looking. She's very, very good looking. She's very pretty. Um, Model, has a career, like seemed really cool. Um, was willing said she gave him an out at one point after the horseback riding episode. Like, look, if you want to get out of this because you're gonna get some fame, gave him an out. And he like when you start bringing in these things, like he brought him to visit his family, and it's just like when you start getting that stuff involved, that shows that you're serious. And I just, man, total. He might be the loser of the episode, honestly. I don't know. Carl and Lindsay are fighting for that spot, but I think Wes is the loser of the episode. I mean, Paige did a lot of talking for Sierra here, but you can visibly tell that she was upset. She didn't really want to deal with this anymore. Like, yeah, she said that like they did have sex in the fall, and like after that moment, like when someone she has sex with someone, it becomes serious. And he just didn't really. He did a terrible job of explaining himself. Like, he was saying like, oh, like I would go to these watch parties, and I felt weird going to like be around all these women, and it, he used the show as an excuse. And I just he did not look good. He also his clothes looked like he was like a 90s NBA basketball with like this suit was baggy. It just he looked bad. I don't know. Sierra is leave him in your dust, man. Leave him in your dust, girl. You could do way better. This and Sierra, love Sierra. Austin, West. Let's try to let's raise those standards a little bit. Those are some of those mid dudes I've ever seen. You can do so much better. You really can. You really, really can. But he just looked dumb. I don't. There's no other way about it. He said his parents were disappointed in him, as they should be. Said that he would look like a jerk, an asshole on TV. He does. I don't know. Jesse tried to stand up for him. He just should have been quiet. I don't know. He would have had no. Sierra told him to shut up, and he shouldn't have came up for that. But yeah, well, I thought, and then Paige at the end, I thought put him in a body bag. Honestly, like he was saying how much this is so much fun, this is such a great season, and she's like, you just watched two people have like the one of the worst summers of their lives, and you're gonna say that this is the best. Yeah, and they were saying like he lacks awareness, and I couldn't agree more. I honestly could not agree more. He looked like a clown. He looked like an absolute clown. But I still don't know where we stand. The Lindsay and like, Carl stuff, we didn't get any answers. Like, oh, because Carl lied in one confessional that about groomsmen, and we still like it. He did say that he was. I should have said this in the beginning. He did say that he went before the cameras came. back. Like there was a text, she didn't see the text, that he didn't go into that wanting to break up the relationship. That was not his intention. But again, like there's no proof. This is just him just saying it. Like we're not in his mind, and we're not in Lindsay's mind when they don't take accountability for anything, and like how much they could be just 20% accountability, not the full 100. It's really really tough to. I don't know. It's really hard to judge what actually is the truth between them. It's I don't think we're ever going to get it. And next week they're just like, I was fearing for my life, and then he's like, I had to lock myself. And like she's like, I had to lock myself in the bathroom, and he's like, I had to lock myself in this spare bedroom. I'm like, it's just tiring. It is tiring. I mean, obviously, I want we all want to know the truth, but it's exhausting. I would not want to be friends with either of these people. They're both terrible people. No, but enjoyed the show. It doesn't sound like I'm being positive right there, but I enjoyed this reunion. I thought it was great. Um, Good drama. I like Paige. I know a lot of people don't. I like her. Um, Amanda, I think, spoke twice. Trying to think who else was on that other cat. I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it really was a lot of it was a lot of like Danielle Page, Lindsay, Carl, and a little bit more Kyle too. And Gabby was just like echoing. But yeah, looking forward to next week. I'm gonna watch the extended edition tomorrow in case when I come back to just anybody watching it, like you didn't watch it yet. I'm literally recording this, watched it, recorded it, drop it. Um, I will watch it tomorrow being Friday, and be have anything that they added that we didn't see. And then obviously there's going to be like 10, 15 extra minutes. Just make the thing as an hour and a half. Just put it all on TV. Just bleep it. I don't get just people want to watch it. They'll watch it if there's more ads for you. Just put it on. I don't understand that, but I will watch it. And if there's anything juicy, I will have it in for next week's video. So appreciate everyone for watching and being part of the whole season. Let me know your thoughts on anything that happened in the reunion and we can discuss it. And until then, I will talk to you in the next video. Probably will be actually an interview. I think it's going to be the next video after this with Darren Blackett from Milk Manor 2. So that will be probably the next video. And then after that, Love Island never stops. So see you guys in the next video. Have a good night. Bye.